Hello and welcome back to another video. Today it is the first F1 Esports video at Kota. Yeah, I can't upload Italy for a couple of reasons, but yeah, this is my second race in F1 Esports. I don't know if you can hear Yano in the background, he's playing Call of Duty, so yeah, if you hear him screaming in the background, that's him. But yeah, basically, if I'm being honest, this one was a very weak one for me. Yeah, I just didn't really. I woke up on this day and just, for some reason, just did not have the pace from what I was doing in practice. But you know, that could be down to nerves. That could be down to a couple of things. I don't know. I just didn't feel very confident in like how the car would behave. Like, I felt like I was driving good laps and they just weren't very quick. But luckily Yano is very good around here, and yeah, he is needing a very big result here to get back in the championship fight. But this is one of his strongest tracks, so I have full confidence that he can do that. But yeah, basically this is my first run in Q1, I want to say. I don't know. I think it is. I don't know what run this is because I'm recording this a couple of days after I edited it. So yeah. But so far, as you see, it's not looked a terrible lap. Like, it's looked tidy, just about there. But as you see, I'd imagine it's just not going to be very fast. Missing the apex a little bit there. Then into the final corner, getting to the inside, and then accelerating out the outside curb. So 32.3, and it puts us P8. As Ben says there. As you hear there, I think it's quite cool to have the background. You won't be able to hear me, but yeah, in the background is Ben, my race engineer for these races. So yeah, I think it's quite interesting to hear what we talk about and how much we talk in the races. But yeah, no, this is a crucial lap. We're going to have to nail this one to get through to Q2 because yeah, our pace was just terrible, basically. But yeah, through turn 1, 600ths gain, pretty good. Through the fast sweeping first sector, pretty good first sector. See, we're under 3 tenths off pole, and we're in P14, and that's quite big for F1 Esports. But now we're closing our 10th and a bit up, so this is looking a pretty good lap, to be fair, so far. Into the hairpin, getting it decently, another 100th gained. And now it's looking pretty decent for us here. There is definitely a lot of time in the final sector as well, so yeah, if we take it a little bit more aggressive, we should be able to gain a lot of time. Another 200ths gained there, and we're 0 into the last. It's looking pretty decent. All we got to do is hook up the last sector decently, and we should get through. But 31.8 from Longue, we are not doing that. We are nowhere near that time. Looking for a 0.1, maybe a 0.2 into the final sector, getting the apex nicely, but just not committed. Another 100th gained. It's just not enough into the final corner. Another 100th gained, and it's a 0.1, sticks us up into P13. And by this point, I'm thinking, I'm out. But we did end up getting through in P15, and that's what I mean. Like that lap looked pretty good for me, and yeah, we were nearly out in Q1. So it just shows how tight these margins are, and the lack of pace we are at. Because our lap was pretty decent, and usually when we do a decent lap, we are competitive for the top spots. So yeah, not ideal, but it is what it is, and yeah, this is now into Q2. It's my last Q2 run. I skipped the first ones because there's not really much going on, but this is where it matters. This is where we need to perform, pop in a PB, and we have not done so well through the first corner. Bit of wheel spin, um, and yeah, through the first sector now. A decent first sector. It wasn't anything too crazy, but it was acceptable. But then through here, just nowhere near the limit. Getting the line all wrong, being too, I guess, just not having the confidence around the track. I guess just hurting us big time. But yeah, we're a tenth and a half nearly up, with time to gain. But ultimately, we do want to be gaining probably a lot more than this. This is just not fast enough. It's a tenth down on Lucas Blakely into the last sector, and we get a big snap there. So it's not looking good. We are strong in the last sector, though. That's our strongest sector. You see it flying through the fast right, just getting a snap of oversteer there. So that's another like 100th gained, lost, sorry, and then clunking the inside. That's just not ideal, is it? And now up to the final corner, hook it in, up to the line. Where is it going to put us? P14, and yeah, it just wasn't fast enough, and it was P15 in the end. So another P15 for us. It's just not ideal, but yeah, it's what it is. We can fight from here. We got good pace in the wet because it's actually going to be a wet race into drying. And it's lights out and away we go. Next to Frederick Rasmussen, who actually got a 10 plates grid penalty in Mexico for an incident I'm not going to talk about, but we're going to go flying around the outside, carry the speed on him, and then we should be able to get the position as we do. So yeah, we're going to look for a move on Longo here. Goes a bit wide, and then we're ahead. We're just about equal. He oversteers into us, and then we're round and
head down.
Yeah, it's just as I said, Ben saying head down because we can still get something from this, hopefully. But yeah, that was
no damage. Head down, you catch them back up.
It was just, yeah, it was frustrating that moment. Because I felt like if Longo didn't oversteer on the inside curb, we could have got through that pretty comfortably. But yeah, he did. I'm not going to put full blame on him because I did put my car in a risky place as well. So yeah, it's not all on him. But yeah, it's just a bit annoying. But by the end of lap 2, we've already caught the pack, so the pace is looking very strong. Up behind Patrick Sipos in the Alpine, and then Daniela Haddad in the Williams. As we're going to use all the way up the hill, we're shaping up a move here as we send one to the inside, a bit half-hearted, but we want to just put him offline because it is very hard to brake later than someone else in these conditions, because you will just go straight on if you brake too late, and it's very hard to unlock the tyres when they do lock in the wet. But you see, we've got so much confidence. We're just right up behind Sipos as we're just forcing him offline, giving him a bad rhythm through here, as we've just completely messed that up though. So it didn't really count for much, but yeah, we're still 3/10 behind him, so there is something we can do here. You see it into the final, well, into the hairpin, onto the final, DRS straight on the track, but obviously no DRS in these conditions. It'd be crazy to have them. But yeah, again, we're just so close to him. We've got a lot more pace than these guys, but there's just nothing you can do in the wet unless they make a mistake, which none of them are at the moment, so it's looking hard. But then all of a sudden, Patrick, a little bit of oversteer, and we're going to get on the ERS just a little bit earlier than him, send one to the inside. He gets caught up behind Haddad. We tap Haddad a bit. That's my bad there. I should have saw it. And then yeah, we do not get the run. But now Patrick and Haddad are going side by side. That is absolutely criminal. Haddad then a very late dart. And yeah, I'm not really sure what he was thinking there. He's completely blown us both up. But yeah, we're going to look to the outside now on Patrick Sipos, try and get the inside for the next one. Hang it around. It just shows how much more confidence we have to hang it around the outside there. And then up the inside. And it's an easy move
Nice move.
up into P19. And now Haddad is up next, who's struggling. You see it up to the back of him already. We got so much more pace than him right now. As he is going to turn off the battery and then defend. We're going to switch it to the inside. Into the hairpin, push him out, and that's move done. It is. That's a pretty good move from us there. Using the limit of the track without pushing him off and being dirty. So yeah, that was a pretty good move.
Great move.
So yeah, up into P18 now. Now we've got to chase after Luke Smith.
Yeah,
As
it's following.
he pitted as Jarno. This is actually the crossover actually onto intermediates. Manuel Biancalila stays out, and now we're gonna come into the box. Spotting the braking point pretty decently, and yeah, as you see there on the left, that is the current order. But now, where is everyone going to come out? Biancalila comes up behind us. Now it's on to Piotr Stachulek. We send one to the inside, get it stopped nicely. I think he thought I was going to overshoot, so yeah, we're making some good moves there. But it's just if we didn't get, well, blow ourselves up / blown up in the first corners, we could be getting some decent points here. But yeah, it is mainly, I guess, my fault for putting my car in that situation. But again, you gotta learn. You live and you learn. This is like only my second race, so yeah, there isn't really too much I can be fully unhappy about. So yeah, and now on to Luke Smith. You see, we got no battery, but again, we got more pace. And by this point, I'm thinking, do I box for a fresh set of softs to the end?
When you pit, yes.
And like, we don't really want to say too much on team radio because it does get played out to everyone sometimes. So I was contemplating it here because I do see people going faster.
This lap or next lap, your choice. You may have to follow Jarno in next lap.
As Benzen saying, but I'm going to box this lap because I'm in P13, nothing to lose. If we get it right, we're going to gain seconds. If we get it wrong, we're going to come back out in the same position. So yeah, we do box, Luke Smith also, and we are going to filter back out into the same position, as expected. I think we gained a little bit there on Luke Smith. Biancalila lost a little bit, so yeah, that's pretty solid. But you see, it's just absolutely no grip. I do think it is the right strategy to do this, but again, look, just there's very minimal grip. And I think we have made the right decision here to pit.
This lap, yeah.
And now we're probably going to be gaining a couple seconds on the guys ahead from pitting earlier, so that's good. But it's a shame that the inters are absolutely OP in these conditions. You can do probably like 5 laps on the inters and be fine. So Luke Smith is flashing, and I'm not sure if he's going to get DRS. He doesn't, and we've got plenty of ERS. And we're going to go to the inside. He thinks about covering it, but we do go early, so we can't do that. Up the inside, pushing him out wide. That was a bit cheeky from me. I don't remember doing that, but yeah. And then, is he going to return? He squeezes a little bit, returns a favour, but we do get the move done. And then sends one to the inside. Again, trying to squeeze us, but we are there. You can't do that. And we're up into P14. Next up, Seb Job.
Get that DRS.
Is looking for the mediums actually. We do get DRS on him, and he is flashing also, so
Great job, Jake.
Yeah, we are, by this point, again, the race pace is good. Considering I was absolutely terrible in quali, the race pace is looking strong. Um, and we're actually going to go for a move here on Seb Job. Not having to use any. He lets us go, and up into P13 now, with it being P12 very soon because Longe has actually stayed out on the intermediates. And yeah, you see it 2.8, 2.7, 2.6, we're gaining a lot of time, but I'm not sure why the inters are this quick, to be honest. There's a lap car, lap to Williams there, gets out the way nicely. But yeah, Longe is losing so much time. And Luke Smith, I thought, would be going for a move when I see it because he sees Longe going slow. He's going to want to be looking for a move, but we do in the end get a good exit, and he can't do anything. So yeah, I do have a bit of a bad throat, so sorry for some of the coughing, but yeah, it is going to be having to get past Longe in quite a terrible place through the first sector. So we're going to back off a little bit, gain as much ERS as we can. You see it hardly on the throttle, and then we're going to send one around the outside. He runs us a bit wide, but that's fair enough. And now we've got one car in between me and Luke Smith, so that's perfect. But then, yeah, he does get through. And by this point, is he going to burst his battery? Burst his battery? Blow up his battery to get past us? It looks like he is. Is he? Yes, he is. He's going to go to the inside here. I don't think he actually used any. But I knew at this point I had more battery, so I was fine with him doing this. I confirmed there with him flashing. So I can't see him holding us back on the last lap. So yeah, just follow him pretty close. But yeah, again, I don't really know what to say except for we're just going to follow him as best as we can. So then we can get the DRS on the back straight and overtake him, basically. And there are a few penalties ahead for people, so we've somehow managed to go from last by 5 seconds to on the boundary of points in this race. So we have drove a pretty solid one. Not really too much I think I could have done differently. It's just basically confirming this position ahead of Luke Smith is all we can do at this point. As you see here, he's now burning. We're going to burn a little bit to get closely. And now off the exit we're going to run wide, get the run, and this should be a pretty comfortable move for us. See a lot more battery. We are under 10%, but we got that boost off the corner. So yeah, gonna go to the outside, nothing he can do. Into the corner, full car ahead. He does send it, but we leave a tiny bit of room. But we do get the position. He tries to scare us a bit there, but I kind of knew he's not gonna send it there. So yeah, that's only lost him time. You see a Simon Vigang. On 16 seconds, Yano actually wins the race. That's absolutely perfect for our race, for our championship, I guess. Trying to win him it. So yeah, very pleased for him winning that, and we're gonna come home in P11.
Did everything you could after the start. It's a shame.
So yeah, not an ideal race for us, but thankfully Yano managed to clutch up and win that race. So congrats to him. He's back in the championship charge. A distant rival, but yeah, ultimately that is what we needed, and yeah, that is pretty much a perfect scenario. So yeah, again, cheers for watching. I am going to be getting back on the grind, on the content grind, as Esports now finished by the time I'm recording this. So yeah, cheers for watching, appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.